Welcome back, football fans. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is already producing surprises, tactical masterclasses, and historic moments. Today, we're breaking down two fascinating group stage matches: Australia versus Türkiye in Group D and Haiti versus Scotland in Group C. Australia shocked Türkiye with a clinical 2-0 victory despite spending most of the match without the ball, while Scotland secured their first World Cup win in decades with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Haiti. We'll analyze the tactics, key statistics, standout performers, and take a look at how these results have affected both groups' standings. Let's dive in. Coming into the match, many expected Türkiye to dominate. And statistically, they absolutely did. Türkiye controlled nearly three-quarters of possession, completed hundreds more passes than Australia, and constantly pushed forward looking for an opening. But Australia executed one of the most disciplined tactical performances we've seen so far in this World Cup. Tony Popovich set his team up in a compact defensive shape. Rather than pressing high, Australia stayed organized, protected central areas, and forced Türkiye to attack from wide positions. The Turkish attack spent long periods circulating possession, but struggled to create high-quality chances. Australia's game plan was simple: absorb pressure, win the ball, attack quickly. And it worked brilliantly. In the 27th minute, Australia's first major attacking transition caught Türkiye completely exposed. Nestor Irankunda finished clinically to make it 1-0. Suddenly, all the pressure was on Türkiye. As they pushed even more players forward in the second half, gaps began appearing. Then, in the 75th minute, Connor Metcalfe delivered the knockout punch with a superb finish to make it 2-0. Game over. Australia scored 2 goals, had just 37% possession, with 8 shots and 4 shots on target. Pass accuracy was 75%, and they created 2 big chances, both converted into goals. Türkiye scored 0 goals, had dominant 63% possession, with 28 shots and 7 shots on target. Pass accuracy was 91%, and they got 11 corners but failed to convert into goal. The stats tell an incredible story. Türkiye dominated possession and territory. Australia dominated the scoreboard. Goalkeeper Patrick Beach deserves huge credit. Multiple saves throughout the match kept Türkiye frustrated and allowed Australia to maintain their lead. Without his performance, this game could have looked very different. USA are on number 1 position, just on +1 goal difference, with both Australia and United States on 3 points, creating an exciting battle at the top of Group D. Türkiye are on 3rd position, and Paraguay are on 4th position. Now let's move to Group C. For Scotland, this wasn't just another World Cup match. This was their return to football's biggest stage after decades of disappointment. And they delivered exactly what was needed. 3 points. Steve Clarke's side focused on controlling the middle of the pitch. John McGinn and Scott McTominay dictated the tempo, slowing the game whenever Haiti tried to build momentum. Instead of chasing a spectacular performance, Scotland focused on discipline and structure. The breakthrough arrived in the 28th minute. John McGinn's effort took a fortunate deflection and found its way into the net. It wasn't the prettiest goal of the tournament, but Scotland didn't care. At the World Cup, results matter. Credit must also go to Haiti. They stayed competitive throughout the match and showed plenty of energy. Their pressing caused Scotland some problems, and they remained dangerous in transition. However, they lacked quality in the final third and couldn't find an equalizer. Scotland scored 1 goal, had 50% possession with 7 shots and 2 shots on target. Haiti scored 0 goals, had 50% possession with 12 shots and 2 shots on target. Scotland controlled the moments that mattered. And in tournament football, that's often enough. Scotland's victory puts them at the top of Group C, while Brazil and Morocco remain level after their draw. Haiti still has plenty to play for, but will need a result in their next match. So what have we learned today? Australia produced one of the most efficient performances of the tournament so far. Defeating Türkiye 2-0, Scotland's long-awaited return to the World Cup ended in success, earning a valuable 1-0 victory over Haiti and moving to the top of Group C. One win came through ruthless counterattacking football. The other came through discipline, patience, and experience. Which performance impressed you more? Australia's tactical masterclass or Scotland's historic victory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, subscribe for more FIFA World Cup 2026 coverage, and we'll see you in the next match analysis. Thanks for watching.